Dear students, welcome you all to session 8 video of the chapter Working Capital Management, Financial Management of 6th semester BCom, Mangalore University. The session 8 is relating to the estimation of working capital using the components of working capital method. The problem goes like this. From the following information, estimate the working capital requirements. Raw material, the per unit cost is given. Raw material rupees 400, direct labor 150, overheads 300, total cost 850. Additional information, selling price 1000 per unit, output 52,000 units per annum, raw materials in stock average 4 weeks, work in progress average 2 weeks, finished goods in stock average 4 weeks, credit allowed by the suppliers average 4 weeks, credit allowed to debtors average 8 weeks, cash at bank 50,000. All sales are on credit basis. Assume that the production is carried on 52 weeks in a year. So here we have the information relating to the raw materials, direct labor, overheads. We also have the information about the selling price and the output, that is 52,000 units per annum. Then we have information about the raw materials. Raw materials in stock average 4 weeks. Work in progress will remain in stock average 2 weeks. Finished goods average 4 weeks. And credit allowed by suppliers, that is for the purchase of raw materials, average 4 weeks. And credit allowed to debtors is 8 weeks. And the cash at bank is 50,000. Here the working capital has to be estimated using the components of working capital method. So first of all, we should analyze what are the different components of working capital. So current assets as well as the current liabilities. So the different current assets are, one is the raw materials. So we have the information about the raw materials. Then the other one is the work in progress. The next one is the finished goods. Then we have information about the debtors, that is average 8 weeks. And then we have information about the cash at bank. So we have raw materials, we have work in progress, finished goods, debtors as well as the cash at bank. These items are there. Now we will have to find out the value of these items. Then regarding the current liabilities, so we have only one information, that is the credit allowed by suppliers average 4 weeks. That is the credit allowed by suppliers for the purchase of raw materials, that is creditors. So we have that information, that creditors are there. So we have the different components of gross working capital, that is the raw materials, work in progress, finished goods, debtors and cash. And the component of current liability, we have the creditors. So what we are going to do is, we are going to estimate the amount for all these things, then find out the total, that is called the gross working capital, and then find out net working capital, which is gross working capital minus the creditors or current liabilities. Now this is a statement showing net working capital requirements. The columns you can see, there are two columns, particulars and the amount. So first we begin with the current assets. So current assets, so raw materials. So we want to find out like how much raw materials will remain in stock, what will the value of the raw materials. So we have the information that in a year we are producing 52,000 units, and for 1 unit the raw material required is 400. So 52,000 into 400, that is the entire year's requirement of raw materials. 52,000 into 400, and we have the information that raw materials will remain in stock for 4 weeks, and there are 52 weeks in a year, that is for the ease of calculation. So 52,000 into 400 into 4 by 52, that is we are finding out the raw material stock which will be there for 4 weeks. Out of the total 52 weeks, the 4 weeks value will remain in stock. So 52,000 into 400, that is the entire year's raw material value, multiplied with 4 weeks divided by 52, number of weeks in a year, we get 16 lakh. Now next one is work in progress. Now when it comes to work in progress, the work has begun but it has not come to an end. So here we take 50% of the expenses. We assume that the entire materials are taken and 50% of the other expenses are involved. Now we can see here materials. You can see 52,000 into 400 full materials, and it remains in stock for 2 weeks. 2 divided by 52, the value is 8 lakh. So in case of direct labor, you can see here 52,000 into 150, that is the labor charges, into 50%. So actually we are taking only 75 rupees. 150 into 50% into 2 by 52, that is 1,50,000. And the next one is overheads. Even in case of overheads, we are taking only 50% of the overheads. So 52,000 into 300 into 50%. Which means we are taking only 150 rupees. 52,000 into 300 into 50% into 2 by 52, which is equal to 3 lakh. So we add all these items, 8 lakhs plus 1,50,000 plus 3 lakh. So it is 12,50,000. So in case of work in progress, we assume that the full materials are used and the other expenses, that is direct labor and overheads, are only 50%. Next comes the finished goods. So finished goods, the total units produced and sold are 52,000. 52,000 and the total cost incurred 850 rupees into 4 by 52. So 52,000 into 850, which is the total cost, and it will remain in stock for 4 weeks. So at any given point of time, 34 lakhs finished goods will be in stock. The next one is debtors. So in case of debtors, we are not going to consider the selling price, as we are following the principle or the conservatism, the convention of conservatism. So we take into consideration the total cost. The profit element is ignored. We are not going to consider the profit element. So we are going to take the cost of sales here. So 52,000 multiplied with 850, that is the total cost of sales, and 8 weeks time is given. 8 divided by 52, so we get it as 68 lakhs. So debtors, here we are considering the cost of sales. So in this case, the total cost itself is the cost of sales. So cash at bank is 50,000. Then we add all these items. When we add all these items, we get the total as 1 crore 31 lakhs. Then we find out the current liabilities. So the current liabilities, we have only one current liability here, that is the creditors for the purchase of raw materials. So 52,000 units, and the raw material price is 400 rupees, and the period allowed is 4 weeks. So 52,000 into 400 is for the entire year, into 4 by 52. So we get it as 16 lakh. 52,000 is the units of production for the entire year. 400 is the raw material for 1 unit. So 52,000 multiplied with 400 into 4 by 52, that is 16 lakh. So we get the total current liabilities, which is equal to 16 lakh. So the net working capital is equal to the gross working capital minus the total current liabilities. So 1 crore 31 lakhs minus 16 lakhs will give us 1 crore 15 lakhs. So in the this method, that is the estimation of working capital by components of working capital method, the different components of working capital are estimated. So here we have found out the value of raw materials, then work in progress, then finished goods, then debtors, and the cash at bank value was given. Then all these items were added. We got the gross working capital. Then the current liabilities were found out. There is only one item here, that is creditors. Then the total of the current liabilities were found out. Afterwards, the net working capital is found out. Net working capital is equal to gross working capital minus the current liabilities. We have found out the working capital requirement for the firm. Students, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.